Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today in front of you is the Cimier Royal Skeleton, a brand that has been around for quite a long time. They have a really rich history, and this is one of their newer models. It's the Royal Blue Skeleton. Very nice bluing on that movement, as you can see. It's a Swiss brand, a Swiss-made watch, and it's a complete skeletonized watch, which is something really interesting, really cool. Very nice to look at. You see all the inner workings of the watch. And honestly, this one is very, very well made. Everything's really up to par for being a nice Swiss-made watch. I would call this entry-level luxury at about 2,000 US dollars. Does come with some nice packaging as well and a little history book. They actually do have their own academy of watchmaking. You can go to Switzerland and actually put together your own Cimier watch, which is pretty cool with professional watchmakers. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So they're kind of doing a lot for the watch industry. But anyway, it's a really nice watch. It's very well made. I've had had a week or so with it so far. I think it's very nice. I think they really knocked this one out of the park. Let's take a look at the packaging and a little bit of the history. As you can see, it comes in a pretty nice wood box inside of a cardboard box. You do get a little polishing cloth, your warranty card as well. Inside of the box, it's pretty simple. There's actually little pockets on the side if you want to hold extra stuff, extra straps. But yeah, it's a very luxurious box, I'd say, and for this price, I think it's very sufficient. It's a pretty nice box. It's a box that you want to keep. Now, Cimier actually dates back to 1924, which is a really long time ago. They started in 1924 with a Swiss watchmaker. They were founded in Holstein, Switzerland, which is near Basel. And then the quartz crisis kind of came. They had a large factory where they were producing a lot of movements. And then, of course, the quartz crisis arrived. In the 1970s, the whole Swiss watch industry was kind of shutting down due to the quartz crisis. And the sales of mechanical watches obviously fell. And then Cimier kind of tried to develop their own quartz movement. In 1985, they decided to pull Cimier out of the race. And then if you go a little forward in history, you can see that they did make a comeback with 4 of their new models. They have a retrograde automatic, which is a really kind of a complicated watch, which is actually really nice, as you can see. Now, the watch itself is housed in a solid 316L stainless steel case. It's pretty much polished, besides those lug tops. As you can see here, going around the smooth bezel all the way to the flanks of the case, you get a nice little kind of oval coming out of the side of the case here near the 4 o'clock crown, which is pull and push. Obviously, this is not a dive watch or anything like that, guys, so not one to take in the water. But the finishing is very good, very precise, highly polished on the sides. You come up here towards the top of the lugs, you get brushing on each of the lugs, as you can see here. The crown itself is signed with the Cimier logo, as you can see there. Pull and push crown. You get a 20mm lug width here. And you also do get a 43mm diameter. But it really wears a little smutsy. It wears like a 42 in my eyes. About 50mm top to bottom, which is lug to lug distance. The watch, fits kind of just perfect on my 6.57 inch wrist. I'd say 6.75 if it swells in the summer, my wrist. But anyway, the watch is completely skeletonized, which is really crazy. It's kind of a watch that a lot of aficionados kind of really like. Obviously, we have nice Dauphine hands there, which are highly polished, faceted. This movement is a mechanical movement. It means you have to hand wind it via the crown. I'll get it going in a little bit, but you can see closer in the inner workings of the movement. This is all blued. That's true blued. And you get to see all the gears of the watch, everything running. Look at the spring here. You get to see the balance wheel, everything. Balance wheel at the top at the 12. So they took this Unida's hand-wound mechanical movement and rearranged everything. Basically, they have to disassemble everything and reassemble it in a new way. So it's not just a off-the-shelf Swiss mechanical movement. So obviously a lot of work went into producing this watch. And if you take a quick look at a glimpse of the case back, you can even see more through the watch, which is really, really cool. You get to see all those gears. Now, of course, at this price, we're getting a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating on the front, which is nice. 20mm lug width. You get a nice, really nice blue band here, leather band, which has this nice clasp here, as you can see, which actually snaps down really nicely. Custom buckle, everything with their logo embossed and raised, polished on the clasp. 2 buttons here on the side. You can fit it to your wrist. As you can see, you slide it up and down here. So no issues there whatsoever. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this watch some juice so you can really see it come to life. Here we go. Winding, no issue with this crown. There we go. See the balance wheel starting to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 about. And there she goes. Really cool. You can see the balance wheel constantly going off when you look at your wrist, which is really cool. You see the gears going around here. The dial is quite simple outside of the whole skeletonization. You get your hour plots here for the hours. You get Swiss made marked down here. And attached to that side portion of the dial is Cimier with their logo. This crown you can pull out one position. There's no hacking on this movement. Then you can set the time here. You can see all the gears going around when I set that. Look how cool that is. Push it back down and you're all good to go. There is a second subdial as well. If you did not realize, right here, it's kind of hidden going around there, which is pretty cool as well. But anyway, the sides of the watch are very nicely finished, like I was stating. Everything is really up to par. For being a skeleton, I can definitely read the time. Those kind of facets that glitter because they're highly polished, you can really read the time, with no issue, I'd say. Some skeletonized watches are so skeletonized you can't even read the time. This one you can definitely read the time here. Heading to the back, you get another glimpse of the movement. We get a case back held down with screws. Swiss made stainless steel, as you can see there. Flipping to the other side of the watch, you get some more specifications. 50 meters water resistance, sapphire crystal, Cimier little logo on the band here. So all around, I think it's a really, really well-made watch. The quality feels that, the quality's there for the money. You get that Swiss-made feeling, that Swiss-made quality, which a lot of people really do appreciate. If you're looking for something entry-level luxury, I would say this is more of a kind of a dressy watch. I mean, you can wear it sporty, obviously. Today's 2022, right? I mean, you have people wearing AP Royal Oaks or whatever, with suits or shorts. There's no rules, I would say, in this, in this day, this age. So you can definitely wear this with pretty much a lot of different outfits. I think it would look really smart with a suit. Definitely really stands out. I mean, you're going to get a lot of looks with this watch, obviously. Definitely a good conversation starter and an interesting watch to have in the collection. Now, there's no actual lume on this watch here. I don't think it needs a lume. Most skeletonized watches don't have lume. The main thing of the watch is the skeletonization and the customization of the actual movement. I think they did a really good job on this. I didn't find any errors. The bluing looks really nice and smooth. The finishing is really good on the case. Nice case back. Everything looks really nice, including down to that buckle, which I really like. You're not going to have to change bands on this watch. It comes with a really nice genuine leather band. Really soft, supple. Out of the box, you're going to be able to wear it. Now, if you were wondering, the Unitas movement used in this watch is a 6497-1. Of course, like I stated, it's all blued, skeletonized with blued screws, and it was exclusively skeletonized for Cimier, meaning they did this in their actual workshop. But yeah, other than that, it's a great everyday watch to wear to work. I think it's a watch that you can really appreciate. You get to really see the watchmaking that goes into a watch, which is one reason why most people really buy a skeleton watch. They want to see what's going on underneath the hood. And with this one, you're going to see everything. Anyway, let me throw the watch actually on my wrist, head outside, throw it on my wrist, show you exactly what this thing looks like. It's pretty crazy. Even in the light, it looks even better. On my 6.5-inch wrist, you can see the watch fits very nicely. It wears really comfortable. The lugs are pretty short, I would say. More of a circular case you have there. So it plants itself very nicely on the wrist and no issues at all there. So in conclusion, guys, if you're looking for a watch with a rich history, a watch brand with a rich history, this goes back to the ages of 100 years ago of Swiss watchmaking. That's when a lot of brands died back then and never came back. Cimier made a strong comeback, and they're making a lot of interesting, very high quality Swiss-made watches. At entry-level luxury prices around $2,000. I believe you can find some of them for $1,800, maybe even cheaper. I will drop a link down to their website. Shipping was really fast, so no issues with that. There are no quality control issues on the actual watch, which I appreciate. So I can't say anything bad there. Other than that, if you don't like skeletonized watches, you're probably not going to like this watch. But if you want to dig a little deeper into watchmaking, if you want to see what's going on under the watch hood, and you want a very good example of that at a pretty reasonable price, because skeletonized watches, can be very expensive, especially Swiss-made ones, I think this is a pretty good deal, guys. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below as usual. This is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews coming at you with the Cimier Royal Skeleton. Once again, there are 4 different variations, not just this model. Let me know what you guys think. Throw the video a like, leave me a comment, and we'll chat more. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.